The legend of Bigfoot is as old as the forests themselves. Native American tribes have long told stories of giant, hairy creatures. These beings went by many names: Sasquatch, Skookum, Wendigo. Each tribe had its own lore about these mysterious forest dwellers.
The modern Bigfoot phenomenon began in the 1950s. It started in Northern California when loggers found massive footprints in the mud. The prints were 16 inches long, much larger than any known animal in the area. News of these discoveries spread quickly, and soon the term Bigfoot was born.
The name Bigfoot first appeared in print in 1958 in a Humboldt Times article. The story described the discovery of those enormous tracks. It caught the public's imagination. People were fascinated by the idea of an unknown creature in the woods. As the legend grew, so did the sightings. The Bigfoot phenomenon had officially begun. The early days of Bigfoot sightings were filled with excitement and mystery. In 1924, a group of miners had a terrifying encounter. They were in Mount St. Helens, Washington. The miners claimed that large, ape-like creatures attacked their cabin. They fired shots into the night. The next morning, they found huge footprints around their camp.
Another famous early encounter happened in 1941, near Mount Shasta, California. A woman named Jeannie Chapman said she saw a huge, hairy creature drinking from a stream near her home. She described it as over 7 feet tall, with long arms and a sloping forehead.
As reports increased, so did the evidence. Plaster casts of footprints became common. These casts showed details that seemed impossible to fake. Some had dermal ridges like fingerprints. Hair samples were also collected from alleged Bigfoot sightings. Some of these hairs defied identification. It seemed that something strange was indeed lurking in the woods. In 1967, the Bigfoot world changed forever. Two men, Roger Patterson and Bob Gimlin, went on a horseback expedition in the Six Rivers National Forest in California. Their goal was to find and film Bigfoot. What happened next would become the most famous piece of Bigfoot evidence ever.
On October 20th, Patterson and Gimlin were riding along Bluff Creek. Suddenly, they spotted a large, hair-covered figure walking along the creek bed. Patterson jumped off his horse, grabbed his 16mm camera, and started filming. The result was a short, shaky film showing a large, ape-like creature walking away from the camera.
The creature in the film was unlike anything seen before. It walked on 2 legs with a distinctly non-human gait. The arms were long and swung as it walked. The head was cone-shaped, and the body was covered in dark hair. The Patterson-Gimlin film became an instant sensation. It's still considered the best possible evidence of Bigfoot's existence. Bigfoot sightings aren't limited to the Pacific Northwest. Reports have come from all across North America. Each region seems to have its own version of the creature. In the south, it's often called the skunk ape, a name that comes from its reported foul odor. One famous southern sighting occurred in Florida in 2000. A woman named Sheila Crabtree took photos of a strange creature near her backyard in Mayaca City. The photos show a large, hairy figure hiding behind palmetto bushes. Some say it's just a bear. Others believe it's proof of the skunk ape. The Northeast has its share of Bigfoot reports too. In the Adirondacks of New York, it's known as Old Yellowtop, a name that comes from its reported light-colored head. Sightings in this region often describe a more human-like creature. Section 5. The science of Sasquatch, cryptozoology, and Bigfoot research. Bigfoot research falls under the field of cryptozoology. This is the study of animals whose existence is unproven.
Many scientists dismiss cryptozoology as pseudoscience, but some researchers take a more scientific approach to Bigfoot studies. Dr. Jeff Meldrum is a professor of anatomy and anthropology. He studies Bigfoot at Idaho State University.
Meldrum focuses on footprint evidence. He has a collection of over 300 casts. He believes these show consistent anatomical details. These details, he argues, suggest a real unknown primate.
DNA analysis has also been used in Bigfoot research. In 2012, a study claimed to have sequenced Bigfoot DNA. The results were controversial. They suggested Bigfoot was a hybrid of human and unknown primate. Most scientists rejected these findings. Despite these efforts, conclusive proof remains elusive.
Section 6. Theories and explanations. What could Bigfoot be? Many theories try to explain what Bigfoot might be. Some researchers believe it's an undiscovered primate species. They point to the discovery of new large animals as recently as the 20th century. The mountain gorilla, for example, wasn't known to science until 1902.
Another theory suggests Bigfoot could be a surviving hominid. Some point to Gigantopithecus, an extinct ape. This massive primate lived in Asia until about 100,000 years ago. Could a population have survived and migrated to North America? It's an intriguing, if unlikely, possibility.
Some researchers propose a more supernatural explanation. They suggest Bigfoot might be interdimensional or have psychic abilities. This could explain why the creature is so elusive. These ideas are highly speculative and lack scientific support.
Hoaxes and misidentifications, the skeptical perspective. Skeptics argue that Bigfoot is nothing more than folklore and hoaxes. They point out the lack of concrete evidence. No bodies have ever been found. No clear, indisputable photos or videos exist. This absence of evidence, they say, is evidence of absence.
Hoaxes have certainly played a role in Bigfoot lore. In 2008, 2 men claimed to have found a Bigfoot body. They held a press conference and showed photos. It turned out to be a rubber gorilla suit filled with animal parts. This incident damaged the credibility of Bigfoot research.
Misidentifications are another explanation for Bigfoot sightings. In low light or at a distance, many animals can be mistaken for something else. Psychological factors also play a role.
Modern technology and Bigfoot hunting. Advances in technology have changed how Bigfoot researchers operate. High-definition cameras are now commonplace. This makes it easier to capture clear footage in the wilderness. Yet, paradoxically, clear Bigfoot videos remain rare.
Thermal imaging cameras have become popular among Bigfoot hunters. These devices can detect heat signatures in complete darkness. Some researchers claim to have captured strange, bipedal heat signatures. Critics argue these are often misidentified animals or other researchers.
DNA analysis techniques have also improved. This allows for better testing of hair and scat samples. In 2019, the FBI released documents about hair they tested in 1976. It was supposedly from Bigfoot. The results? It was deer hair. Drones are another new tool in Bigfoot research.
Cultural impact. Bigfoot in media and popular culture. Bigfoot has left a huge footprint on popular culture. The creature appears in countless movies, TV shows, and books. Some portray Bigfoot as a gentle giant. Others depict it as a terrifying monster. This range shows how Bigfoot captures our imagination.
The advertising world has embraced Bigfoot too. The creature appears in commercials for everything from beef jerky to tires. These ads often play on Bigfoot's elusive nature.
Bigfoot has also become a tourist attraction. Many towns and Bigfoot hotspots have embraced the legend. They offer Bigfoot-themed stores, museums, and tours. These attractions bring in curious visitors and boost local economies.
The search continues. Current research, an ongoing mystery. Despite decades of searching, Bigfoot remains elusive. No conclusive proof has been found. Yet the search continues. Many researchers believe it's only a matter of time before definitive evidence is discovered. Current research focuses on using scientific methods. Hair and scat analysis is ongoing. Camera traps are set up in hotspot areas. Some researchers are using environmental DNA or eDNA techniques. This involves testing soil and water for traces of unknown DNA. Public interest in Bigfoot remains high. Television shows like Finding Bigfoot have brought the search into living rooms. Citizen science projects allow anyone to contribute to Bigfoot research. The mystery of Bigfoot continues to captivate us. As long as there are unexplored wilderness areas, the search for Bigfoot will likely continue.